guys, so Ninja Kiki 3 here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make like a full Wild Kratts Adventure Outfit thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna make the creature power suit, creature power discs, and creature pods, and so when you so just so you know, a lot of these are not, well, a few of these are not gonna look like the actual like version of it, because it would be really hard to do that, and I'm not very good at sewing. So the creature power suit is not going to be very, like, it's not going to look anything like the real one. But okay, so what you need is yarn for your creature power suit. And yes, you want the yarn in the color that you want your creature power suit. And then you'll need a few sheets of paper, depending on, I'm knocking stuff over, depending on how many creature power discs you need. I have, I don't know, I have about 6 pieces of paper there. And then you'll need sharp scissors for cutting the yarn, paper scissors for cutting everything else, because you do not want to use your sewing and yarn scissors on paper and craft foam and things. It doesn't work very well. Pencil. This is optional, but like, I like to keep my pencils really sharp, so I have a portable automatic pencil sharpener. And then you'll need packaging tape. And then you can either use hot glue and a glue gun, or I prefer Scotch tape because it's easier, and I've found that it works better for me, actually. And then you'll also need 2 different colors of craft foam for the creature pod. So in the traditional creature pods, you've got a darker main body with you've got like a dark version of a color for the main body, and then you've got a lighter version for the patterns and buttons and things of that color. But I'm making this outfit, my OC's, my Wild Kratts OC's outfit, and she does purple, and I only have this shade of purple, so the patterns are going to be black, which is darker, not lighter, but I like the black, so we'll do that. Oh, and then, is there anything? Oh, you'll need a big, this is like a cup kind of thing. You'll need something sort of big to make the part where you put the creature power discs in. You want to trace it, so you'll need something sort of big, and then you'll want another round thing that you can trace that's a little bit smaller than the other one. I've got this plastic cup, and I'm probably going to get frustrated in this video because these plastic cups are not very durable, I've found, and so they, like, when you're holding them down, they'll get crushed even if you're not putting on much pressure, and then I have to pop them back up, and it's a pain. But and then you'll also need markers or colored pencils, any of your preferred utensils for coloring. And then you really want either a black marker or a black pen, preferably a black marker or colored pencil, whatever matches whatever you're using for the colors. But like a marker, a colored pencil, or whatever, but it needs to be black. And this is for like the outline and the picture of the animal on there. Oh, I already said pencil. Okay, so I think that's everything, and I'll probably end up getting up in the middle of this video like, oh, I forgot something, because I always do that. But yeah, let's get started. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna like draw out my stuff and then like show it to you, and then do the next step and then show it to you. So like that, because it's kind of hard for me to, I could turn the camera around right now, but I don't really feel like doing that. I don't know. I'm lazy. Okay, but first we're gonna make the creature power suit, and then we'll make the discs, and then the creature pods. So to make your creature power suit, you'll wanna unravel a little bit of yarn, and you want it like, so it's gonna be a necklace. So like sort of size up where you want your creature power, the part you put the discs in to lay, because and then cut a little extra at the end of that because, yeah. So I'm gonna cut it here. I don't want to okay, hold on a second. I don't want to mess up my measurements. Oh, there, it's on my bow. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna cut it here, and then there's a couple different ways you can, wait, okay, hold on. I'll get to what I was about to say in a minute, because now we're going, so this is the, what my creature power suit is gonna, how it's gonna attach to me. It's gonna be a necklace, and yep, I probably should have made it a little bigger, but, okay, and then we're, get a piece of paper, and you'll want to trace the big circular thing on the paper, and try to have it close to the edge so that you don't waste as much paper, because I mean, you don't want to waste paper. It's not nice. Not nice to the trees, people. I'm weird. Deal with it. Okay, but, yeah, so you'll want to trace your circular thing on here. I got a little too close to the edge on that one side, but that's okay. I probably should retrace, but I'm not going to. And then you'll want to take your paper scissors, pointing it down, sorry. I'm not careful with that. And then you'll want to cut on the inside, right on the inside of that line. This is partially because, well, it's mostly because it just, when you cut on the inside of that line, you don't, oh, I got a notification, hold on. Okay, but, when you cut on the inside of the line, you don't get your pencil marks on it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I stutter a lot, and it's hard for me to talk in front of people, so, yeah. I think I've said this before, but I'm sort of like Martin Kratt when it comes to sharing my feelings. At least Martin Kratt in the show. I don't know how he is in real life, but like in the show, you know how Martin's like it's really easy to tell his feelings and stuff. Like that's sort of how I see him. I don't know. I think a lot of people see him that way actually, but like I'm sort of like that. I just want to share everything. And now I am talking too much again. Okay. I'm trying to be careful and cut it circular. Okay, so this is, it's not able to hold the discs yet, but let me show you how to do that. So this is the start of the holder. And then you want to take your packaging tape and you want to pull out enough so that you can measure it up on the non-sticky side so that it goes over the edges of your circle. And then you want to, after you've sort of seen, you want to find where it goes over the edges and fold it over so that the sticky side is on the inside and there's no stickiness on the outside. Hold on, I'm trying to. This part is like the hardest part to me because the tape wants to stick to itself and make knots. This is the hardest part for me. Okay, almost got it. Ha! Did it. That's actually the best one I've done. And then you want to use your paper scissors, not the sewing scissors, and carefully cut along the edge so that there's no sticky. And if you do get a little bit of sticky, which you probably will because you also don't want to leave the folded part on what's left of the tape because then you can't use that part and it's just sort of hanging off and it's annoying to me. But if you get that extra sticky part, you just carefully sort of fold it over. But my sticky part is too small to fold over, so I'm gonna trim it. You can also trim it. I think I'm gonna trim all the sides actually, just so that just because I've got a little bit of sticky side on like almost all the sides except for the folded side. So I'm just gonna trim all of it. All the sides. Come on. I'm even trimming the folded side because I don't like the fold there. It annoys me. I don't know. I get annoyed by a lot of things. Hold on. This is the last side that needs to be trimmed. The reason you use packaging tape for this part, not Scotch tape, is because it needs to be fairly thick around the middle. You could use like multiple layers of Scotch tape and stick them together, but that just seems sort of weird. I don't know. It seems like it would look weird. So then you want to take the folded over tape and put it at the front, and you want to push it. You can do it two ways. Sorry, that was only one. There was only one figure, but you can do it two ways, which I'm gonna do it the second way. Way number one is you line up the tape right against the bottom of the circle, and then you have these parts hanging over the side, and then you use Scotch tape and tape just like a flap sort of, and then you fold this over, and you fold each side over to the back and tape it. But the way I'm gonna do it is you slide it up a little bit and then you fold these sides and the bottom. Okay, so you just wanna fold the tape. Try to be careful not to like squish your circle. And then, I hate this part because you have to like juggle folding tape and tearing tape and everything. So then you wanna take a piece of Scotch tape and tape the bottom part in place. And make sure that it's touching both the tape and the paper, because you don't want, yeah. But, and then you'll want to fold whichever one of these sides you want to. You fold like these to the back and tape those. And if you have some extra hanging off the side, you can either trim it or fold that over and tape it. I think I'm gonna do the second one. I'm gonna fold over all my extra pieces and tape it. It's really, you really kind of, sometimes with these, it'll start like poofing out. Well, if it's poofing out after you've taped it, you probably have like a couple spots that are like still open, and so I don't know, something about the air or something just makes it poof. But yeah, after you get it all taped correctly, it shouldn't be poofy. It might be a little poofy, but like not like really poofy. Like I've had ones where I was like, I did not do this right, because it was like really poofy and like the discs wouldn't stay in because it was so, yeah. But okay, so here it is all taped up, and you can see it's sort of poofy, but like you don't want it like that is the thing. This is okay, but it's not great, but it's okay. You just don't want it like curling your paper is the thing. And if you want to, another way to reinforce it is to just put packaging tape along the back, and then you just trim around the edge, and that can reinforce the paper. It doesn't really do too much though, so I don't do that. All right, and now come back to the yarn. You're going to make sure your edges line up, and then you want to make sure the open part is facing up. Sorry, you can't really see that unless I tilt it. The pocket is facing up, and then you want to tape the ends of the yarn to the back, to the top of the back. And I would suggest putting tape and like going in multiple directions over the yarn, because I found that the yarn likes to slip out of the tape if I don't. So that's just a tip. Well, I got one piece of tape there, and then I'm going to do this. And I'm gonna actually try something. I'm gonna like have it like this, and then I'm gonna put it in the back like here, and then I'm trying to show the camera. Okay, and then flip it over so that it's like that. Okay, and then this is the creature power suit. I gotta take my bow out, otherwise it won't go over. Okay, so you just flip it over your head, and then you can put the discs in the pocket. Yeah, and then you just, you can use it for just role-playing or cosplay, or if you're like a young kid and you want to just pretend to be that animal, like that's totally fine. Do whatever you want with this. I mean, like, it really doesn't matter. Okay, and now we'll make, I think I'm going to make the discs next. So to make the discs, you want to take your piece of paper and do it on the same piece of paper you did your creature power suit on, because there is no way that one circle there took up that entire sheet of paper, and it's just wasteful if you don't use the rest of the paper. So trace out as many circles as you want discs, and yeah, you want to use the smaller circular thing for this. This is probably when you're going to hear me like get really mad because, yeah, after a few discs, the cup squishes, and I don't like these cups. I originally bought them for, I got a mold making kit, not like the mold that grows on food or whatever. It's like this, when you cover something and then when you open, there's like the impression of that, and then you put stuff in it to make and pull it out so that it looks like the thing you poured the. I'm sorry, I'm confusing. Like you know, like when you, like a cast sort of, not like on the leg cast, but like when they cast a dinosaur foot sort of, but like the opposite when they're like, yeah. I'm trying to explain this and failing. So I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna make 4 discs, cause I wasn't thinking, and I just went ahead and started enough like 4 different circles. Okay, and then after this, you want to cut out the circles. There we go. Okay, and with the paper scissors. I'm sorry if this is getting annoying, but like, there's literally, I do it all the time. I'm like, I start cutting the paper with my sewing scissors on accident, and it's not good for the sewing scissors. It makes them really dull. And again, you want to cut inside the lines so that you're not showing any pencil lines in your disc. And I'm going to try to be really careful and get this as circular as possible. I'm really bad at cutting. I've never okay, wait. I don't think I've ever cut myself with scissors. I don't think it's so. But I just can't, even if there's a line to follow, I just can't do it. And I don't know why. I already messed up. I already got I accidentally cut outside the line. It's right. It's really tiny, but oh, it's not showing. Okay, whatever. But I accidentally cut. Oh, this is. I got tape scraps. Those are but yeah, you want to be really careful. And then yeah. So I'll be right back after I'm done cutting these out, because yeah, I'm probably gonna take forever doing it. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So these, they're sticking. Okay, so I cut out 4 different discs. Yeah, there we go. And so now you can do is you take, yeah, okay, I thought it was stacked. Okay, 1 disc at a time. And then you can either, so I like to write, so let's say I was doing kangaroo power. I'd write kangaroo power on the back, and then I'd turn it over, draw the kangaroo, outline it and fill it in with black, and then color the outside a color. And you can either like draw the animal and then color it in first, or you can either draw the animal and color it in first and then write the name on the back, or you can write the name on the back and then draw and color it in, which is what I prefer to do. Or you can just leave the name off, but I like to put the name on because I'll forget if I don't. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so I think I want to do a horsepower suit, first. So, horsepower, I hate this camera. Okay. It's backwards for you guys. It's not backwards for me, but the camera makes backwards. Okay, and then on this side, the side that doesn't have any writing, you're gonna draw, you wanna make sure that on the back, the top of the lettering is facing up. Well, not up, away from you when you set it on your work surface. And then you wanna sketch out the animal. Okay, hold on. This might take a second. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay. Hold on. I just gotta draw in the head. That was a really bad. Oh my gosh, I'm doing terrible with this. Probably because I'm nervous and I'm trying to do this fast. Okay. Okay, let's do. Hold on. Okay. Almost forgot to erase the part. Okay, so this is my outline. And then, so now you find it in this huge bag of markers that I have, where I can never find what color I need in. Okay, these are like my really nice markers, and I love them, but I used all of the ink in the black one, so I had to get a Dollar Tree box of markers, and so I have the Dollar Tree black now. You can also use a Sharpie if you want, but I'm just gonna use a marker because I don't know. I just don't feel like using a Sharpie. No, it's gray. What? It's got to be somewhere in here. It's got to be somewhere in here. I know it is somewhere in here. Why is it not in here? Wait. Nope, that's a dark blue. This looks black, but it's not. Trust me. These markers lie. They lie, all of them. If you put a black marker next to this one, you can see that this is slightly different in that it's a dark blue. But if you just looking in the bag, it looks black. So I don't like that one. Hold on. Why can I never find anything? Probably because I have too many markers. Hold on just a second. Okay, I cannot find the black marker. I know I'm gonna find it later and be like, oh, there it is. But I didn't find it. I was saying that I would be like, oh, there it is, like later, because yeah. So I'm gonna use a pen because I have pens in here too. But so you can use whatever is black, really. I prefer to use the markers because I colored the colored part with marker, and so I want it to sort of blend in. But I'll have to use pen this time. So you'll wanna. So I like to, when I'm coloring. Hold on, let me try to get this. Okay, when I'm coloring, I like to outline my drawing, and you want to outline the whole thing. You don't want to just go in with the individual details. Just outline the main outline, okay? Not the main, like if you're doing a horse, not the mane is in like the mane on their neck, not their hair. I meant like just the outer part. Yeah, like if you drew any details or anything, don't outline those at all. They're gonna be covered, so just don't draw any like main details on your drawings. Okay, so hold on. Okay, here we go. Yay, this pen works. Okay. Just a second. I don't like this pen. It's being annoying. All of my pens are annoying, really. The legs look too long on this horse. I don't like it. Well, I'll have to deal with it. Okay. Hold on. Almost done with the outline. Okay. So here's my outline. You can see where I outlined it. And then you want to use the same pen or marker or whatever and fill in the outline. Try not to go out of the lines though, which I always have trouble staying in the lines. I often, when I'm drawing, I'll like do the sketch on paper and then I'll take a picture of the sketch and upload it to my drawing app and go over it with a black color in the in the drawing, I go over the liner, and then I'll fill everything else in with white, and then color it in, because it's really hard for me to stay in the lines. I don't like this pen. It's being really annoying. Plus it leaves weird marks. Okay. Okay, hold on. Almost done. Come on. Oof. It's so hard to get like all the areas with a pen because it's got such a fine tip. Okay, hold on. Almost done, just the tail left. Okay, so this, it's mostly done now. I call this mostly done because the last step is the easiest. So after this, you want to pick a color. If you're doing an actual power suit, like in a power disc, like an actual animal that's from Wild Kratts, I like to actually go onto the wiki, the Wild Kratts wiki, and find out what color that disc is and actually do that color. But I can't remember what color Wild Pony Power is. Oh, I forgot. I should probably write Wild Pony instead of horse on here, because like they say Wild Ponies and Wild Kratts. So I'm gonna change that. Okay, but okay, I cannot remember at all what color the Wild Pony Power Disc is. So I think. Oh, also, if you have markers like mine that lie to you, they lie. Not joking, they do. Then you'll want to use your get off, tape is stuck to paper. You'll want to use some of your leftover paper to test your colors. So I think I like that. This purple really cute. Can you see it? I can't see my camera. Okay, yeah, it's this purple, and I think I like that. So now I don't actually go in and like color everything. I do. So I'll go like it sort of looks like a tornado, my coloring of the outer part. I mostly don't like coloring every bit because I know that I'll go over the edge of the power disc if I try to do that. There, okay. So yeah, this is the finished power disc, the Wild Pony power disc. And then if you want to reinforce it or give it a shiny look, which I think I'm actually going to try. I've never done it before, but I know because I've done it with other things before. If you want, and you can even, if you cover, you can cover it with packaging tape to make it more durable and give it a shiny look. And when you cover it in packaging tape, I think it's kind of cool. Packaging tape actually works as a dry erase board. So if you have dry erase markers, you can cover the, oh wait, my power discs are too big to fit on one. I'm not going to do it then, because, okay, but if you have dry erase markers, you can actually write on packaging tape, and it'll come, and you can wipe it off like a little bit afterwards. I'm not sure if you keep the dry erase marker on it long term if it'll come off, but I'm not sure about that. But I know short term it will come off. So actually I'm not going to cover this in packaging tape because the disc is wider than the packaging tape, and I don't want to have to put multiple like sections on there because it would look weird with lines through it. Okay, so here's one power disc. I will come back when I've got the other power discs done. So be right back. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so I finished my creature power disc. So I've got the Wild Pony, which you already saw, and then I've got Lion, which I did, and then I did the Osprey. It's supposed to be a perched bird, if you can tell. It is Osprey power, and then I've got Barrel Eye power, which it's a type of fish. It's pretty cool if you want to look it up. It's how you spell it. Well, okay, it's backwards for you. I really wish I'd colored this one green instead of this yellowy orange color, but a barrel eye it's really cool. If you want to look it up, it's spelled BARRELEYE. It's just barrel plus eye. But yeah, so I have 4 creature power discs now. And then so now we are going to make the creature pods, yay. I'm excited for this one. This is gonna be my first time making one, and I'm sort of doing it from like, I'm sort of basing it on something else I saw, but I'm making it more realistic. Okay, so you want to take your main color, and then I'm just gonna, about 1/4 of this is about the size I want my creature pod. So I think I'm going to just fold it to this into fourths, and then cut off one of the fourths because yeah. But if you want to measure it, or if you want to fold, just do like, okay, I'm gonna fold it up this much, and that's gonna be width, and the up, and then I'm gonna turn and fold it up that much, and that's gonna be the height, or whatever. If you want to do something like that, that's fine. If you want to measure it, that's fine. Just do whatever you want to, whatever size you want. So yeah, you can see I folded it into 4 pieces, and now I'm just gonna take paper, scissors. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to remind people this. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna cut off 1/4. All right, and then, so this is the creature pod size, and then you want to sort of judge where you want your screen. You might want a straight edge for this. I'm just gonna sort of like guess, I guess. I'm probably gonna do like, okay, let's say maybe like half of it could be screen. So I'm gonna fold it in half like that, so that you can see the half line. And then on one half, the screen on the real creature pods are on the right half, well, on the right side, so I'm gonna do it that way. But so then you want to trim just like a thin strip off of your secondary color. A really thin strip. Try to make it like all the same width, like the whole, well, I messed up. I failed miserably. I'm gonna cut where it started to, okay, so right about there it started to lean in, so I'm gonna cut it right about there. Okay, so I'll just have to cut off more, but yeah, if you need more, just hold up your strip there. Oh, I need to, actually, it never really, okay, it was like slanted like the whole way. Let me straighten this. There we go. That looks better. Okay, but you wanna cut it to outline the half. You want one line on each edge of the half to border your screen. But before I do that, I'm actually going to, you can if you want to, you can draw a screen. You can print out pictures. Actually, instead of doing what I was planning to do, I'm going to do something different. So you can draw on the screen, you can print out a picture and glue it on, but I think what I'm going to do is actually, I saw this thing on WikiHow, and so what you do is you like, so I'm going to have, so it's like this, right? So you're looking at it, when you look at it, it looks like this. It's like the long way is on the bottom. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I saw on WikiHow. And what you do is on the sides, you place it, but you only tape it down or glue it on the edges so that you can slip things in. And I think that would be cool because then you can change out your screen. So I'm gonna do that. So you wanna put your strip really, like so that it aligns with the edge of your creature pod. And then you want to trim off any excess. And then if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, you'll want to get your Scotch tape and tape the edges down. But if you're doing it like where you're taping the you're using a printed out picture or drawing it on. If you're drawing it on, do the same steps I'm doing, except tape it down the whole way, not just the edges. If you want to print out a picture, put that on before you do the border, because then you sort of know where to put your border and stuff. Okay, so So there's one edge. Oh, I forgot to cut more of this. Okay, I'll just sort of guess and check. Okay. Really try to keep your line straight. You can fold it if you want, but like, I don't trust myself with folding either, so. All right, and then you want to do the same thing, and for this side, you want to do, you'll want to do the same thing, only tape the edges, and then I'll tell you what to do next, because it's going to be a little different for the bottom and top. Don't forget to trim off your excess before, taping it down. Okay. Okay, so one thing you want to keep in mind with your tape is that you don't want this part to like be farther down than the border, so if the top and bottom will be, because otherwise it'll be harder to check where you need to slide it in, and well, it'll be harder to make the pieces that you can slide in and stuff. So yeah, and then you'll want to take another piece and you'll want to cut it so that it fits in between the pieces, and you'll want two of these pieces. You'll want one for the bottom and one for the top. And these pieces, you are going to tape down the whole way. So get out this, and I'm gonna use the long side of the tape to put on here. And to reinforce it, you might want to have the tape touching the the edges too. I'm gonna add a little bit more tape on that top part. Hold on just a second. Hold on. This is harder than I thought it would be. Okay, there we go. All right, and now you want to do the same thing you just did here, but on the bottom. Okay, I'll need to cut a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, so, now we're gonna, yeah, so you want to just measure it up and cut it. And then tape, just like we did with the top part, well, or bottom part, whichever way you're doing it, whatever. Because I mean, it doesn't really matter what's top and bottom right now, because which of these is top and bottom right now, because we don't have any of the buttons on. Okay, and this is your screen right here. This is your screen. It's done. But now, if you want to, luckily I had this here and I didn't have to get up and go get it. So if you want to, you can measure. You want to measure this inner screen part, just the inner part. So let's see here. I've got 1.5 inches for the short part and 2 3/8 inches for the long part. So I'm gonna write that down. So what was it? I think it was 1.5 by 2 3/8 inches. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna remeasure the short side again just to make sure. Yeah, it was 1.5. Okay, so this is what the inner screen is going to be. It's backwards for you guys. So write inner screen next to that. And then you'll want to write, under it you'll want to write full screen. And you'll want to measure the entire length of both sides. You'll want to measure the black parts, not the inner part. Remember, you only need this if you're making the changeable screen. So I have 2 1/4 inches by, surprised I got like this exact measurements, by 3 1/8 inches. And then, so let me get another piece of paper. And you'll want to measure out the main, okay, you want to measure out the full screen on your paper. And yeah, so my full screen is 2 1/4 inches by 3 1/8 inches. So you want to go along the edge of the line and measure of the paper, you want to put your measuring tape against the edge of the paper. And then, so for me, my first measurement would be 2 1/4, and I'd put a little mark at 2 1/4. And then I'd turn the page, and in my case, since I'm doing it in the lower left corner, and I have to turn, and I was measuring 2 1/4 from the lower left corner. I have to turn it 90 degrees, 90 degrees. 90 degrees to the, hold on, see, 90 degrees to the right. So we'll need to turn it 90 degrees to the right, and then you'll want to find, so my other measurement is 3 1/8 inch, so you want to find the 3 1/8 mark if you have the same size screen as me, and then put the 3 1/8 mark against the corner, against what used to be the lower left corner, but is now the lower right corner. And then you'll want to go to the edge of your measuring tape and make a mark at the edge, because you can't really, you'd have to like, okay, so if you'd want to do it like where you started with 1 at the corner, and if you're doing it my way, you'd have to like flip the measuring tape over, but I don't have inches on this side. I have a weird measurement thing. Okay, and so then you've got your marks, and so then what I like to do is I like to go and do the same thing, but in one of the opposite corners. So like, okay, so we did it in this corner here. So if we, since we did it in this corner, I'd flip and do the same measurements on either this corner or this corner, but not this corner. So let's just do the one from the shorter side. So, and you want to make sure that once again, you've got so for me, I've got the 2 1/4 from this corner, but on the same side as the other 2 1/4, and then for the 3 1/8, I'd want on the opposite side. So you're basically mirroring it. You're mirroring your square, well, rectangle in my case. So you basically just want to mirror your rectangle in another corner. Hold on, let me. And, okay. Okay. So now So now I've got markings. Hold on, I'm trying to show. There, and there. So now you want to, you can either use, oh wait, wait, hold on a second. Oh, I think I did something slightly wrong here. Anyway, we'll work it out. So you want to turn the page over so that your marking's on the other side, and then you want to fold it up so that your two of the markings that you made that are like opposite each other, you want to make sure that those line up and crease. So you can see on the edge here, hold on, you can sort of see, I guess, I've got the markings, and then you want to cut on that crease. And try to make it as straight as possible, because this is very important to make it very straight. If you're doing it the way I'm doing it, because I was just able to work it out in my head what I did wrong and how to fix it. And then you want to turn over so that you've got the blank side, no markings, and on one side. So it turns out you didn't need the shorter marking on both sides. You didn't need to mirror that marking. You want to make sure the side with no markings, and you want to fold up the other one so that you want to fold up one edge so that the marking is at so that one of the markings is at the crease, and the top and bottom of your fold lines up. So you see here, I got these two line up, like, see? So like this part lines up with this part, and this part lines up with this part, and then I've got my marking at the crease. You can kind of see it. And then what you can do is you can fold it accordion style so that you can get the size that you need. And then, so I've got a little bit of extra. So you just, well, actually, oh, I forgot part. Okay, so you want to, you don't want to fold exactly on your line. You want to fold a little bit after that. So you want to give yourself a little bit of extra room, because I would say maybe like a 1/4 inch or so, maybe, just like guess. And then you want to do your accordion style, which I had a lot less excess that time. And you want to, so you see, like, I've got my my marking here, and then I like gave a little bit more, and there's a crease there because I messed up. And then you want to cut off your excess, and I'm gonna cut off your excess, and then you open it up and fold on and cut on the creases, not the first ones we made because that was an accident, but the second ones we made where you left extra. And you want to cut that. And wait, that doesn't look quite right. Why doesn't that look quite right? Oh, I think that is. Wait. Oh, that's why it does. Okay, I'm good now. We're good, I think. Yeah, hold on a second. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yep, I'm good. All right. So, now you've got 3 different screens. And the reason you left that little bit of extra is because, oh, I forgot. Okay, I am making so many mistakes in this video. Actually, you want a little bit less than your full screen. You actually want, you want to do it by, you want to make your original marks full screen closed side by full screen closed side, and then use the inner screen open side. You want to do it that way. I messed up because if you do it this way, then it won't go in. But so I'm gonna cut a little bit off just until it goes in. Well, okay, wait, no, wait, no, it's not quite going in. Okay, hold on. Still not quite going in. Hold on. Oh, it's just a little bit off. Come on, almost there. There's like, it's catching on just like the smallest bit of tape right now. Hold on just a second. There we go. Why isn't, oh, never mind. Okay, hold on. It's slanted a little bit, and I think that's why it's not going in. There we go. Okay. Okay. So you want to, yeah, paper scraps everywhere. So this is, okay, it should be shorter. Okay, it needs to be able to go in, so it shouldn't be, okay, I messed up. But, okay, I'm going to trim these real quick to match up with this one. Hold on just a second. Okay, so now you've got 3 different screens. And if you did, you can fold a little bit extra to show where the tab is, but it doesn't, you don't need to. All right, and then to put it in, you want to slide it in this way through the, through this side, the open side, and then you can lift this up and tuck it in. You might need to use your fingers a little bit to help. And then you line it up with the edge of your screen. And then you've got a tab so that you can pull it out easily. And then what you can do is you can either measure out how big your screen is and draw a box, or you can just trace on the inside of the screen, which is what I'm gonna do. And in this case, you just need to trace the open side part, because you just need to trace the open side part, because the bottom part shows. Okay. And then you draw whatever you want on your screen in there. So let's say, I don't know, let's say, okay, so I'm making for my OC Claire, so let's say calling Chris. Or, well, actually, my OC Claire is Chris's daughter, so maybe we should put calling Dad on here. And so that's what it says. And then, wait, hold on a second. I did it upside down. You want the side that goes, okay, so the side that goes in here is, this is the top. It's gotta be the top, because, this is the top. So the side of your screen that goes in this area, it needs to be flipped so that when it goes in here, it faces so that this is the top. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. So there we go. And then you can, wait, did I just do it upside down again? Wait, no. Wait, yeah, okay, wait, we're good. We're good. I did it right the first time. I did it right the first time. I'm confused. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. This is a really long video. Okay. So, okay, now this is how it should look. This is the side that goes underneath the other side. This is the tab side. And you want to slip it in so that the tab side is on this, here. And then you slip it in like this. Hold on, let me get this underneath. Right there. See? And then you can use this tab to pull it out and exchange it. So, and then I'm not gonna decorate the third one, but I'm gonna do this again and draw a quick sketch of Chris. Chris Kratts. But, just hold on a second. Bear with me, guys. Come on. Just hold on. This video will be worth it in the end. Promise. Okay. I'm really bad at drawing people, though. Let's just see. I don't know. Let's just... I'm gonna draw Chris later. I'll draw Chris later. Okay, this is my only one right now. Okay, and then so this is how it looks. So okay, so this is the top. Yes, this is the top. And then over here we're gonna draw our buttons. How did it go again? I'm trying to remember how the buttons look. Okay, I know there's a paw print one. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so for the paw print one, you want to take your second color, and then, I don't know, you can use another small, really small round thing. I'm going to use the inside of this, I think, and trace that on your secondary color. Didn't work. I went too close to the edge. There we go. It's semicircular. Alright, and then you want to cut it out. And this is the time when I'm going to say I forgot something because I wasn't thinking ahead. So, Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta go grab my multi-hole punch thing. Just a second. Here it is. Okay. Knew right where it is, so that's why I didn't pause the video. So I've got this really cool hole punch, which it's actually for like leather and stuff, but it works for my craft foam, so that's what I use it for. Switch it around to biggest setting. And then I'm going to punch. No, it got stuck. There we go. Okay, I got it out. I'm going to punch 3 holes in the craft foam and use the cutout holes. Because I actually mostly, I didn't punch all the way through. I mostly use this hole punch and use the cutout holes. I don't use the, I don't use whatever I'm cutting holes out of half the time. Why can I not get this to go all the way through? It's for leather, I mean, and I know it works because I just popped one out. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, it went in. This is really a pain because it like, are you gonna, no, come on. Are you kidding me? It got stuck in there. Hold on just a second. Try to get this out. Come on. Come on. Alright. Okay. Okay. This one got punched out, and hopefully this one will come out when I punch a new hole. Okay, and this one came out. That one didn't, the one stuck in the thing didn't come out. It's really annoying though, because it doesn't have a place, because you have to spin it, it doesn't have a place where you can reach and get the whole pieces out, so you have to punch it just so that it goes through and doesn't stick in. And yeah, it's hard for me. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some packaging tape and get it like this, and then I'm gonna lay out my circular pieces to make a paw print shape on the sticky side of the packaging tape. See? And then I'm going to cut right above the 3 dots. And then, see, and then I'll stick it on the pad over here. And then, okay, I know there's more buttons than that. I will be right back because I'm going to look up a picture of a creature pod. 1 minute. Okay, actually that was weird. So, the paw print is the only button on a creature pod. I thought there was more than that. Okay, but, yeah, so finished creature pod and with interchangeable screen. I think that's cool. Don't you think that's cool? I think that's cool. Wait a second, what did it? Oh, I did do it upside down. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. You want the tab part to be sticking out on the open side, and I accidentally, I'm sorry guys. I'm so confused right now. This is how I always do my craft videos. I always I just sort of go with it, which doesn't yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, hold on, almost got it in. Here we go. Creature pod with an interchangeable screen. And the screen is really bad right now because I had to erase it so many times. Okay, but and then you can just pull it right out, put it back in. It might take a little bit of fiddling with to get it to put back in. But yeah, have a great day everybody. That's it. I'll put on the creature, I'll put it on real quick. And then hold on. I'm gonna put in Wild Pony Power. Okay, so this is how it would look. And then you can also, with your creature pod, if you want to make it like an armrest, like they have it, like an arm bracelet, like they have it in the show, you can take you can either use elastic and put the end tape or sew or glue the ends to the back so that you can slip it on and it'll stretch, or you can also do 2 pieces of fabric and put Velcro on it so that it yeah, or a button, whatever you can think of. But yeah, this is it. So have a great day everybody. Ninja out.